Hello everyone, Micah Fights with Friends. Stipe Miocic versus Jon Jones. Yes, please. That's what we are targeting possibly for UFC 239. How do I know this? Jon Jones tweeted this out earlier today. Let's look at this tweet from Jon Jones talking about fighting Stipe Miocic. Says, I don't think you guys are ready to witness at Stipe Miocic and I would July give you all enough time? Of course, July 3rd through 8th is UFC International Fight Weekend. That Saturday would be July 6th. There's always a huge card that weekend for July 4th weekend, of course. And think about this for a minute. That has made a lot of people think that, hey, that means that Daniel Cormier versus Brock Lesnar is probably signed or pretty close to being signed, being that Jones is going up to heavyweight and talking about fighting Stipe instead of DC. I find that very interesting. To the UFC just responded on Twitter with this interesting tweet. I'm sorry, what? So I don't know if that was planned or if someone at the UFC Twitter was like, wow, did you really just drop this on Twitter before you ran it by the UFC brass? But nobody is going to argue with this. I don't see anybody having an issue with this in a million years. I'm pretty sure you guys would agree with me on that, and I love the matchup. But think about July 6th, 4th of July weekend, our nation's birthday, International Fight Week. The UFC, a lot of people are worried about him losing Conor McGregor retiring, Conor McGregor this, Conor McGregor that. Look at the beautiful timing of this, though. A day later, of course, these guys were in contact with each other. Of course, Dana White knows what's going on right now. Of course, Jon Jones knows what's going on. Daniel Cormier and Brock Lesnar, I'm guessing, are very close to signing a deal. If it's not already signed, we expect to see Daniel Cormier at WrestleMania coming up Sunday after this. What an incredible matchup this is. Stipe Miocic, of course, defended the heavyweight championship more than any heavyweight champion in history. Jon Jones defended the light heavyweight championship more times than any light heavyweight in history. And they are both champs right now. So Jon Jones would be he would be a champ. We'd have a new champ if he came up, and I am all for this champ because I love this. Actually, I guess it's not a champ. Stipe's not the title holder at the time. He would have to beat DC, so I spoke too soon. I would like to see that one played back as well, but if we're not going to get DC versus Stipe, I think this is actually more exciting. If Jon Jones wants to go up and feel heavyweight power, Stipe Miocic is going to oblige him. I don't think he's going to have much of a reach advantage. Height is going to be similar. Stipe is one of the lighter heavyweights, but I imagine he walks around heavier than Jon Jones, or around the same. Usually weighs in around the 240s. So these two guys, Jon Jones basically is a heavyweight. If these guys stomp around, walk around, I believe probably about the same weight. I would say Jon Jones maybe has a little better judgment of reach, maybe a little more complete game. I think Stipe Miocic has exponentially more explosive power. The age favor is in favor of Jon Jones. possibly the experience as well. Stipe Miocic, not too many guys in the games are as stoic and unflappable as that guy, though. Obviously, always in tremendous shape, being a firefighter. And you also have a great opportunity. Dana White, don't blow this. You want to have a good guy versus bad guy thing. You have Jon Jones, the untouchable, drunk driving, hitting pregnant women in the car, running back for marijuana, as he said recently on the Joe Rogan Experience. He says, Joe, what do you mean? I have plenty of money. You think I go back to my car to get money? I was getting my bong? Of course, you idiot. Well, of course, John. How could we doubt you? Of course you were going back for your drugs. Firefighter, public servant, real live hero versus disgraced light heavyweight champion. Still has a lot of people that love him, a lot of people that hate him, and a heavyweight guy that I don't think needs to prove himself. The UFC hasn't promoted him, obviously, as much as Jon Jones. He's not a guy that talks a whole lot on the mic. He does his talking inside of the cage. God, I'm excited about this fight. Stipe Miocic's my favorite fighter. Before breaking this down, at the moment, I got to lean a little towards Stipe. I know Jon Jones is a hittable, as we've seen against Alexander Gustafsson. He was hittable against Daniel Cormier. Stipe Miocic has shown that chin is not indestructible, obviously. Daniel Cormier had a great game plan. Thinks he found a little, get up in Stipe's game. Said that he timed him when he did a certain thing, a certain way, popped him with that right hand and knocked him out. I don't think Jon Jones has that kind of one-punch power. We've seen his one-kick power against Daniel Cormier. I want to know what you guys think down there below, though. Let me know in the comments. Who do you see winning this one? Are you super excited about this fight? Do you think it's possible we see a Daniel Cormier versus Brock Lesnar double main event? That would be absolutely sensational. Coming up this weekend, of course, don't forget Justin Gaethje versus Edson Barboza stream. Huge pay-per-view. And guys, I have a special guest. I have somebody I just interviewed coming into a big fight coming up. I'm going to be making that announcement on a post a little later this evening. So keep a look out for that. As always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses later.